everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and you're tuned in to Madden 18 on EA Sports. Anticipation is bouncing for today's game, and we've got two quarterbacks looking to make an impact. It's Rivers' Chargers going up against Dak Prescott's Cowboys.
Thank you, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and Mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with Phillip Rivers and the Los Angeles Chargers. Here's the kicker, Nick Novak, to get us started. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
The play clock's running down. And now with the play clock winding down, Jason Garrett opts to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll try the sweep with Elliott. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. The give is to Elliott, and he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. From the pistol, here's Elliott. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Counter, Elliott. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
I say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. Prescott off the play fake to McFadden. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Denzel Perryman. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Following the interception here, Rivers. And his first pass is incomplete.
You got to give some credit there, able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give him some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. On second down, Rivers again sets up the screen to Gordon. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a third down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Throwing, Rivers. He's going to air one out. Looking for Benjamin, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. So the D-line's going to spread out. Here's Prescott. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it. Halfback sent in motion. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. Flushed out right. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Henry's got it out on the left side. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Back now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Chargers here with a football. They've got it 2nd and 6 to start things out. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. I know when you got a top tight end like this, you want to get him involved, but when you do, you're hoping for more than that.
You certainly are. You got to try and get him some space where he can make a play downfield, or at least an opportunity for some rack yardage, right? That run after catch.
And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone to the chalk of the 20. A really good pickup of 28 yards. From the red zone now, Rivers throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Here's Rivers. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Tyrell Williams, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Chargers are able to strike for 6. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead. Novak out now to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And out now come the Cowboys. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern a little bit. Whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They'll try the right side with Elliott. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, add that play to his resume reel, because he went to the Pro Bowl last year. That's how you go to the Pro Bowl. You make plays like that, big-time penetration, and throw people for losses.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Play fake. Here's Prescott. Rolling to his left. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. 3rd and long for Prescott. He hits Beasley right side. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Looking to throw. Prescott. On the left side, he finds Beasley. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play that time on the catch and run. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. They'll pitch it out to Elliott. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Prescott urging his guys to go quickly. They need to get up and set. A 2nd down throw for Prescott. His throw caught at about the 5. And he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott taking it in from a yard out. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. Now Mike Nugent for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Brandon Oliver now on the return. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. To throw, Rivers. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete. He was looking for Travis Benjamin that time. And now it's 2nd down. Well, that incompletion gives us an opportunity to talk about what some people dubbed Shutout Sunday this last week in the NFL. Well, we have 3 shutouts that we saw?
Yeah, for the first time since 2012, matched the total number of shutouts all of last season. How about Denver getting shut out by the Chargers? That's the first shutout for the Broncos since 1992, 394 games worth. So that's a big deal. The Colts, goose egg against Jacksonville. Jacksonville also put 10 sacks on them in that game. And the Cardinals went all the way to London, Twickenham Stadium, in fact, to get shut out by their division rival, LA Rams.
Defenses reign supreme. Allen on the screen. And some space here. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. A 1st down throw here for Rivers. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the 1st half. Again, it's Rivers. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers and Rivers after the sack. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. The tight end Henry here in motion. 3rd and long for Rivers. He's airing it out for Williams. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, L.A. Tyrell Williams in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chargers have taken the lead. So they're able to break the tie just before halftime. Now they just don't want anything crazy to happen on the ensuing kickoff.
Yeah, they want to just add the extra point, get the kickoff taken care of, and get to the locker room with the lead that they fought so hard to get.
Novak out now to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Final play of the half. Prescott. He's airing it out for Williams. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Now a play fake here on first down. It's complete right side to Benjamin. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. 23 yards on the play. And the D looking like they may blitz. They go play action here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. David Irving continuing to fight downfield. The big tackle gets him for a loss of 11. So the D-line's going to spread out. Now a second down throw for Rivers. Man open left side. It's Williams. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
The offense on third down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. Rivers going to try and sneak it. And able to follow his center and pick up the first. 5 yards that time, taking it himself, and he has enough for the first.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. Now Gordon on first down. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, 28 yards. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Novak out now to kick this one away. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Prescott off the play fake to McFadden. And Beasley with it over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. That one goes for 24 yards. A give to Elliott. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. They'll run with Elliott, and he'll get this one down to about the 27. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
The decision to go for it pays off, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. Give him 3 on the gain there, 2nd and goal.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they've met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon.
They're still trying to run the ball, but they're not finding much space.
Gotta figure this is one they need here on 3rd and goal. Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. They gotta have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal. Prescott to throw it. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Terrence Williams from 8 yards out. And the Cowboys have cut it to within a score. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Bailey now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Rivers on 1st down. Benjamin's got it. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8. Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gordon. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
On the counter, here's Gordon. And some room to maneuver. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
They go back to Gordon here on first down. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And at this stage of the game, time a factor, time on their side as they just try to eke out the final precious moments of this one. On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
No back out now to kick this one away. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Here's Prescott. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Melvin Ingram in there to sack him for a loss of 6. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Desmond King picks it. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Now Clemens.
Partner, that type of a lead, and they're going to fake it from the 15 to try and pick up a 2-point play instead of kicking it through the post. Come on, man. Put that in mothballs. Come on. Come on. Don't do that.
Put that in mothballs?
Yeah, preserve that for it. That's an ancient relic. Faking it. I can understand you want to rub it in a little. You fake it when you snapped it from the 3. But from the 15, mothball that bad boy, just like my grandmother had.
Yeah,
you never had it. The stuff she used to preserve.
Did the same. It smelled terrible. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. 1st down, Prescott. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy, and he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. They'll run for it with McFadden. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
Now Elliott, and he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. Extra point coming now for Nugent. And that will cut this lead down to 13. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be taken in by the Chargers, and it appears they're going to win this football game. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on 1st down. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Patriot!
Throwing here, Rivers. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Big D.
everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. In today's matchup, passing may be at a premium, at least for one side. The Chargers are #1 in pass defense, and they're going up against the Rams offense that knows they'll be challenged.
Okay, Larry, we are a little less than 20 miles from downtown Los Angeles at the StubHub Center in Carson. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Rams and their Southern California rivals, the Los Angeles Chargers. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And maybe a little frustration from Goff as he'll turn and call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
All right, partner, despite my eating habits, I'm not big enough to play offensive tackle, nor am I quick enough. But with the defensive ends nowadays and their speed, those guys have to be able to punch and dance, and it's a tough, tough job to contain them.
And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. Play action. It's gone. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. C.J. Mosley in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Goff. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They'll look to throw here. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
They'll begin the drive with Hunt. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Offense needs something here on 2nd down. It is 2nd and long. They run again with Hunt. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Nothing there, no gain, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 15. Third down, 15 yards still needed. From the gun, here's Goff. And this one hauled in by Tavon Austin. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll run it here with Hunt. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs. And the Chargers coming out on the field now. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Now the handoff comes to Gordon. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. They'll set up a throw. Now he's forced out left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. Here comes the D swarming to the line. Now a handoff. This is Gordon. Finding room to the 20. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Chargers have taken a 1st quarter lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a 1st down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense, just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd. Goff. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. A toss play to Hunt, and he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. The intended receiver, Tavon Austin, and it's 3rd down. Goff. They got a man. It's Woods. Give him 30 yards there.
When I watched Jared Goff on tape at Cal, I saw a guy who wasn't just a dart thrower. You know, a lot of people said, he's perfect for the West Coast offense. I always thought he could do a little bit more, and that was the reason why. He can push it downfield. He has a good, strong arm.
Now Hunt. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Here's Goff now on second down. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Melvin Ingram in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Back live now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Rams with a football to get us going. They're in the midst of a nice drive, but facing a 3rd and long here. Play clock winding down. 3rd and long. It's gone. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So on 4th down, Goff will yield to Greg Zuerlein for the field goal try. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And Zuerlein pulled it. Zuerlein pulled it. It's no good. Wide left. And this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
And the defense definitely showing blitz here. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
He's going to loft it deep right sideline. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
So a 2nd down incompletion now brings up 3rd down. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass.
Here we go now. Green 39.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's Williams. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the 1st. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
They go play action here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. And they're definitely showing blitz here. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. On 3rd down, this is Melvin Gordon. And some room to work. That good for 19 and a first down.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to look deep for Perriman, and it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down.
Set! 3-19! 3-19! All right, now, look at 56.
He'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. On play action, they'll throw. Escaping the pressure right. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Back there in that belly. Here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
The Chargers on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He was trying to get his second touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a second. Now a handoff. This is Gordon going left. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield. But when push came to shove, they stood their ground. And now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal.
Let's go. Green, 39. No. Good. All right, here we go.
They're going to run. This is Gordon. And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. Gordon can't break through against this defensive line. And this Rams defense comes up with a goal line stand. And tough starting field position here. From the end zone, gone. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Southern California after this. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On 1st down, gone. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away. But it does get away at its 2nd down. On 2nd and 10, gone. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
The Rams on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Goff throwing again. And now another one thrown incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. So out come the Chargers. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Hey, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score.
The ball comes out. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And he will score. Touchdown, LA. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, That's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Charger offense making their way back out there. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it. But you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. Here's Gordon. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Now the Chargers hustling, trying to get up and get set. Now back to throw. Oh, look over the middle, and he's got Perriman. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get him down right near the midfield stripe. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Now the Chargers hustling, trying to get up and get set. And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock. The Chargers on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They get only 4 that time, as that leads us to a 4th down. They'll run for it. It's Gordon. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Well, Larry, I know it's late there in Orlando. This is a school night. Folks eager to get right back to the action here in the third quarter. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
No. Check, Patriot. Gone.
They'll start the third quarter on the ground with Gordon. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. We'll step aside and come back to Carson after this. Second down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13. Defense showing blitz. He'll drop to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now, in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call or get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Here's Drew Kaiser now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half, and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They'll toss it to Hunt. They find some open field here. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Fresh set of downs here. They run with Hunt. And now running right through it. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. From the 50, it's gone. Austin's got it left side. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The Rams on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. A shotgun snap for gone. And this is caught by Watkins. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Goff to Watkins for a Rams first down. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. This is Hunt. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. The give to the fullback on the dive. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Good solid gain on first down. About what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. To say they've kept him under wraps running the football, that's an understatement. He's been completely neutralized.
Yeah, they've essentially taken him out of the game, haven't they? And you know all the teams say, we're not going to let him beat us. Well, that's exactly what's happened here. They've lived up to that.
The Rams on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Goff. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Sammy Watkins, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Rams have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now a first carry for the backup, Isaiah Crowell. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And right side, Henry's got it. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. So the D-line's going to spread out. A first down carry now for Crowell. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now at the StubHub Center in Carson. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. Second down following the run. They'll set up to throw. That's caught out left by Perriman. Rashad Perriman off to the races. Touchdown, L.A. Rashad Perriman, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And an important one that is, as we are tied now early in this fourth quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 12 yards on that one. It earns them a fresh set of downs. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. They'll run again with Hunt. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Second down, here's Goff. And Woods has it complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. Throwing on third, Goff. And got a man, it's Woods. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. Goff hitting Woods for a Rams first. Shift together here from the D-line. They'll run. This is Hunt. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Here's Goff now on second down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hunt, and he's brought down. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Time running out here on the play clock. Here's Hunt. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And on 2nd and 10 now. Now they'll run it on the toss. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. They'll need to get the play off quickly. From the gun on 3rd down. Goff. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And now nothing but green ahead of him. Past the 20. 10. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. In a tie game, 4th quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and get.
And now off to the races down the right side. A huge play that time for the Rams. 61 yards. And a guy that can change the game, shows you a glimpse of it right there, taking the ball down inside the red zone.
It just tells you how tough it is for a defense. You just hold on all game and essentially hold your breath. Will they break a big one on us at any point during the game? It just happened right there.
On the run, this is Hunt. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Back to throw. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
They'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still fourth down. They run for it with Hunt. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So they've gone for it twice now on fourth down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
Now it's Crowell. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll run it again with Crowell. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And the Rams are going to go ahead and take another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. The Chargers on third down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to, you and your brothers, just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. Return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. And the Rams getting set to go now. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep down. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. So he actually goes back about 9 yards on the return. But the interception is clean, and they have the pigskin, and they take over. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to look deep for Perriman. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Offense still needing 10 yards, 2nd down. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. On 2nd down, here's Crowell. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. On the give, this is their fullback. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down. This is where, fourth quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
Well, you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering where they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lock behind it. Wow. Well, Charles, this one's going to be hard to digest. You take the lead into the fourth quarter, lose that lead. Maybe they felt like they let this one slip away a little bit.
They will definitely feel like that because when you have a lead in the fourth quarter, all you talk about doing is finishing and closing a game out. But when you flip it over, how about that? Making the comeback and then finishing the game, sealing it on defense, they will feel jubilant in their locker room.
So for the home team here, they continue to cruise through this first half of the schedule as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. Good night, everybody.
You